Heading up north to Washington, where the Huskies picked at number 10. They went 4-10-2. They actually tied 2 games last year, if you can believe it. They finished second in the Pac-12 North. Um, First time they haven't won it in a long time. I think since 2017 was the only other time they didn't win it. So this was a big disappointment for Lars and his group. So they really needed to get this draft straight. I know they've had some rough ones, um, a couple rough ones. They've had some nice players. I really liked Dalton a couple years ago, but they needed to add another playmaker. I know that Miles Gaskin's getting older. He can't stay healthy, so to add a player like Napoleon Kaufman, who not only can play running back if he has a good camp, but I think he transitions well out to wide receiver for sure. He has 81 speed, so he's not a burner, but he's kind of similar to Dalton in that aspect. But he has a lot of other skills: acceleration, strength, pass catching maxed out, route running maxed out, courage, break tackle, ball carry, fumble. He's basically maxed out. He's one of the better running back prospects coming into this draft. The reason he fell and probably didn't get picked ahead of guys like Hunt or Carr was due to the volatility of a 60. And so that was the difference. As far as talent goes, he's as good as anyone at the top of the draft as far as talent-wise. He just has a little bit more of a risk factor. But I think that in this offense, they've got a new quarterback coming in on a transfer, and so they needed to add weapons. And so being able to get a guy like Kaufman in the first round is a big pickup. Moving to the second round, this is when it got interesting. Washington's had some really bad luck with drafting offensive linemen in the past, and so I was very surprised they went out on a limb and took German Nam. This is an FCS transfer. You couldn't pass him though. He's 98 overall. To get him at the ninth pick in the second round, he had a lot of red flags and off the field stuff that helped this drop. But when you look at the talent, he's like 77 speed, 71 acceleration, so he's got nimble feet for a big guy. Strength 98. Intelligence 95, discipline 92. You go with his run blocking and pass blocking that are both maxed out at 100. And so you're looking at a guy that has the potential to be everything you want out of an offensive lineman. He could be maxed in almost every category. He just has 80 volatility. So training camp's going to be big. I know Lars is going to be sweating it because he could have the next, Joe Thomas, or he could have a guy that will be making a lot of money and probably struggles to get on the field. Although you might be able to find some playing time for him just because his pass blocking is already at a 45. So he won't crater as much in pass blocking as he will run blocking. So he can be salvageable, especially with that strength. I really like the pick. I thought it was a perfect chance for him to take a swing. And to be able to get Kaufman and Nam, I think that they did a really good job in this draft so far. Sloth wasn't as impressed, like usual. Sloth gave him a B-. I actually like the upside of both these players. I realize it is a big risk, but I'm a risk taker myself, and so I appreciate what Lars was doing, and I gave them an A-.